Mediocre Man channel. This is a video for beginners who are interested in learning how to shoot a compound bow. I teach a young man named Noah Levy how to do it. His first time, never did it before. We started out by using my bow, which I knew probably wouldn't work because I have a very long draw length. So ultimately we get him a different bow and you'll see what happens. So be patient, watch the video, hope you enjoy it. All right, Mediocre Man channel. I'm here with Noah Levy. He has never shot a compound bow, so we're going to take this opportunity to teach him how to shoot a compound bow, and also you guys, the YouTubers. And by the way, I came up with a tagline finally. This is 12 videos in, and the tagline is, if I can do it, you can do it. Yeah, I came up with that myself. See, it's pretty original, right? You like that? I like it. But that's the whole message of the Mediocre Man channel. Basically, he can verify I'm not good at anything. I can do a lot of things. I just don't do them that well, but I do them good enough to have fun. And that's the point of the channel, that don't let like the barriers to entry keep you from doing things. And really the only barriers up here. Right, Noah? That's right. Right, so Noah's like severely frightened about shooting this bow today because we're here shooting it into my garage, and he doesn't want to hit the car, he doesn't want to hit my 2-year-old. There's all kinds of hazards and issues. All right, so this is a compound bow. We have our quiver, which has our arrows. Let's take a look at the arrow first, since that's what's shooting. First thing you want to do is make sure the tip is on tight. If the tip is loose, it's going to change the way the arrow flies, right? You want to have at least generally 12 of the same arrows, and I recommend going to one of the archery shops, because those guys are professionals and they can tell you the right kind of arrow, and the length matters. It's got to fit within the arrow rest, and for your full draw length, they can measure your draw length for you. Everybody's a little different. Every bow is custom made really for the person. You can get them online, but you're going to have issues. If you go to the bow shop or the archery shop, they will get you a bow that fits you correctly with the right size arrows, and you're cutting down your variables. Archery, like most sports, what you're trying to do is reduce your variables. The more variables you have, the more likely it is you're not going to achieve your goal. So I'd say go to the archery shop. Second, you got your bow. This is a PSE Bow Madness. I've had this thing for, God, I don't know, 8 years or something. I want to get a Matthews bow, but I've never gotten around to it. This is a good bow. It's a solid bow, never given me any issues. And but I also just kind of want to have a Matthews. I've shot a Matthews before and I really liked it. So I'd like to, both are very good brands. So the next thing you have is this sight. And what happens is these little pins line up with the target. So the top pin is 20 yards, next pin is 30, 40, and so on and so forth. And so what you do is you draw the bow, and on it is this little peep. And you look through the peep, you line it up with that pin, and you put that on the target. Not that different than a rifle. So you see the pin, the green one, and then you got the peep. So you're looking through the peep, you get the green centered in the peep, and you get the green centered on where you want the arrow to hit, and then you release. Okay? It's pretty simple. To nock your bow, what you do is you take the arrow and you put it in the rest. I don't know if you can see that yet, right in there. That's called a whisker biscuit. And then you want to put, you watching? You get close. You need to see. You got to get the nock in where the loop is, and you got to hear it go in. If you don't hear it go on like that, you didn't put it on. And if it's loose, you're going to fuck yourself up. We clear? Clear. Okay, so just to knock it, just put it, there it is. This loop is what you're gonna use. You're gonna use this release, okay? I like this kind of release with a double claw. Some people like single, that's up to you. It fits around your wrist, and you wanna make sure that when you put it on, it's like a watch band. You put it on the same every time. Once you learn how to shoot the bow, then you gotta practice. When you practice, you gotta do everything the same way. If you're doing it in different ways, then each shot's going to be different. You're not going to have any consistency, and the whole name of the game is to get consistent. So you get through a routine, and you probably can't see this because the way the camera is. let's get behind that and lean the camera. Just kind of lean it forward toward my legs. A little bit more, a little bit more. So when you do your stance, it's an athletic stance. Your feet are about a little bit, maybe a little more than shoulder width apart, and you just want to be comfortable. And then just take a stance and keep it. Some people bend their knee a little bit on the front leg. Some people don't. It's really up to you. Doesn't really matter. Again, it's just a question of getting some consistency. When you ready to shoot your bow, you take your release, you clip it on the loop. I don't know if you can see that. Make sure it's on there, because if it's not, when you pull back, it's going to slip. Then to draw, get on the other side of me. So then when you draw, you kind of like lift the bow up and pull with both shoulders. If you pull with just one, you're not going to draw it, and it's a lot harder to draw than you think. Always make sure whoever's with you stand behind you, not in front of you. We're at about 20 yards, so go ahead and put it on the loop.
Now, which of those green dots on the sight?
So it's the top one is the 20-yard pin. So we're putting the top pin in the center of the peep on the target, and then we release. This thing is heavier than you think. You're a strong dude, so it probably won't affect you. I'm like super weak in my left arm, so I even have trouble just sometimes, especially with a bad shoulder, even getting a halfway decent shot. But here we go. So my eyes are so bad I can't even see where I shot it. Are you?
Looks like you got a bullseye.
Okay, so bullseye on the first shot.
I can't even tell where I go.
I really can't. My eyes are terrible. So
bullseye I can't see too good.
what else was I going to tell you? There's something I had in my head. Oh, anchor point. So what you do is you'll find an anchor point. I go like right at my ear, and again, once you know how to shoot it, you want to have a consistent anchor point, whatever works for you, so that you're doing it the same way every time. And what happens is, to sight in your bow, you'll shoot what's called our groups. So you'll shoot the arrows, and it might be a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. You make some adjustments, you get it sighted in, and then you should be good. All right, so you ready to shoot your bow?
Let's do it.
Okay, so go ahead and just hold it a little bit. You gotta get it in your left hand there. So again, this guy's never even held a compound bow. So if I'm able to teach him, bottom line is, this dude, he's actually pretty athletic. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's really, really good surfer. What other sports you do? No. All right, so he's a really good surfer. I don't think that translates into shooting a bow. So he's 100% a beginner. He's never even held a bow.
Decathlon.
Oh yeah, well, he does the decathlon with his uncle Derek, which we've already talked about in the burger video, and I don't want to bore you with that. So let's get the release on. Just hold it. Yeah. So you want to? Oh, this was the other thing. One thing. So when you, let me take it out for you already. I already fucked it up. All right. So no, I'm just kidding. When you hold the bow out, you don't want to grip it super tight, because what happens is your wrist starts to torque it, and that's going to throw off the shot. So a lot of people recommend this type of hold. I don't like it. I just feel insecure with it, so I still hold it, but I just don't grip it super tight. I let the grip from the pressure go against here, okay? And then I just kind of lightly hold it. Got it?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. So go ahead and knock it. Nope, nope. Just go ahead and put it in sideways like that.
I like that. Oh, there's a little notch up there.
Yeah.
Now you notch it in
Yeah.
here. Wait for the click.
Yeah. And I like to do it, you do it with the white fletching, the odd color fletching, kind of up and angled a little bit. And what's that? So it goes through the opening in the whisker biscuit.
Oh.
It's not exactly set right, but that's the way it goes. So then you want to put the release on there. You're fine. So get used to just feeling this for a second, like just feel it, like here, pull, yeah, just kind of, like that, yeah. And then when you get up, you're gonna have your finger here. Just be careful, man. Even the slightest touch, that thing's going. Okay. You really don't want to keep your finger on it until you're ready. Got it? So go ahead and put it on the loop. Okay. And then just kind of hold it a little bit. Just kind of pull back a bit. draw than you thought, right? Hold on, stop. So it's easier if you kind of start from a down and like lift as you go. Now you started too high, but that's okay. Okay, keep going. You got it. Keep going. Don't put that finger there yet. You're not drawing. Fully draw. You gotta fully draw. Okay. So the problem you're having is you're trying to draw up here, which you don't have the muscles yet for that. So what you want to do is go ahead and draw down. It'll be easier for you, and then raise up. Just make sure you keep that finger away from the trigger, and sort of like kind of like if any, see if that helps you, just like that. Pull real hard, as hard as you can, as hard as you can.
I don't know if I can do this, man.
Let me think. What? It's not your strength. It's that. Noah hasn't done enough push-ups to draw the bow, so we're gonna see if my wife can do it.
Hold my finger back
exactly.
here.
And then once you've got it drawn, just kind of.
Am I holding this when I'm pulling?
Yeah.
All right.
And then hold on. After you draw, then just swing that finger around. Don't tap it till you're ready.
Okay.
And then don't like hit it hard. You just want to barely tap.
Got it. Can't do it.
Start down and then.
It's
Not even close.
really it's too heavy.
Try down and then, yeah, doing good. Shoulder up, elbow up.
I can't even do it.
Try it with the shoulder and elbow up.
Okay.
Elbow up. There you go. Looking good. All right.
It's too hard.
Okay.
You want to try it, Boo Boo? Okay. Boo Boo wants to try it.
Okay.
Get this off.
All right. So, here we go, buddy.
All right,
Okay.
Jackie, you got it?
Okay, ready? Good job. Good job.
Really, really heavy and hard to pull. But I saw him when we were dating shoot a turkey from 100 yards.
It wasn't
looking
100,
like
it was 40.
Elmer Fudd climbing through the ranch with his bow, and
Yeah.
right the turkey just got hit right in the heart. It just bowed down. It was like the least gory kill.
All right, here we are, Mediocre Man channel. What we figured out last time is my draw length is just too long, and as a general rule, obviously, you really shouldn't be shooting other people's bows because each one is custom adjusted.
Fitted?
Yeah, custom adjusted to your draw length and just everything. There's so many different variables. So basically, he couldn't draw back the bow because it was too long of a draw for him. So he got this bow off of Amazon. It's a basic beginner bow, Bear Archery, and we've already got it somewhat sighted in. And so he's gonna go ahead and do his first shot ever right now. Fucking bullseye, dude.
There we go.
Look at that. Bullseye. You see that? Come on, we're gonna take this camera off and show them. All right, watching, no cut. Come on, let's go. All right, there it is, proof the Glenn Jonas School of Archery works. Nice job, is that on there? Can we see that? Yeah, look at that. That's what I'm talking about, see? Anyone can do it. Even someone that looks like that. Go ahead.
Welcome to the Mediocre Man channel.
All right. Any words for the public here? Senior Frog, anything?
And check out Senior Pinch on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, all that stuff.
And what about your experience in archery?
Man, it feels a lot better. It feels like I redeemed myself a little bit from being a little bitch who couldn't draw back Glenn's bow.
Well, again,
So,
that's probably to do the draw length, not to strength. I'm a boy in the sheets, but a man in the streets.
That should be your sign off every time.